I think there's an issue of honesty.
Sorry.
I think there's an issue of personal honesty, and I like to think, and I may be nuts, but I like to think that I write lyrics and get song concepts from my heart, and I get music and accompanying material from my head and from my hands. In other words, I support what comes out of my center. And if you find a song, if you can write a song that you can get inside of, and that that you're centered singing, it really comes from your core. I think that can't help but come out as personal, highly personal.
I think we are all the sum of our own experiences, and you can't hide from that. When I write something, I just go with it. I just go with it. And after I'm at some stage of doneness, I feel like I've reached a plateau. Well, maybe this song is done. I look at it, and if others tell me, or if I realize that maybe it sounds too much like something else, well, I can fix that. That's just changing a few notes, and that's just editing. But, you know, you don't throw the song out because, oh, well, you know, Ray Charles did a song with a title almost like that 45 years ago. I mean, go with it, write it. If nothing ever comes of it, so what? Write another one.
Bruce, you write without actually playing any instruments?
Often. I was talking to my friend Cindy Craven about this the other day. My best melodies are almost always when I'm not at an instrument. When I'm not with a guitar in my hand, or I'm not really much, I occasionally pick up the guitar, but when I'm not at a piano. Because as soon as I'm in front of the instrument, the machinery goes off, my head engages, and I start getting analytical. When I'm driving somewhere a long distance and I shut my phone off, I wrote Alexandra coming home from Ragamuffin one night, and I don't believe I could have written that song in front of an instrument. I was just driving along and I said, Alexandra, a special gift that only she could be.
And then you go.
And then I built it.
Well, what did you do? You went back and you played the melody.
That's all I had, just that. And I went back and I constructed a chair for it.
In the 30s and 40s, it was popular somewhat to have the song start with an A section that never happens again. That's something that we never do.
I did it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, just before we came, I was telling Bruce that I was playing through some of your stuff, and I came to Colleen, and I said, "Oh, you girls' names are. Have you heard Bruce's song Alexandra?" And Lynn said no. He said, "Have a listen to this." So I just heard it, and it's a terrific song, and you know, to have it written for you is great. Do it, Bruce.
Alexandra, and to speak to Craig's point. These are sounds that sound complex if you don't know them, the chordal structure, but I've played them so much that all I'm doing is getting the sound. It's for me, it's just a musical experience. It's not mechanical. I've gotten to the point where it's when I hear this, it's just a beautiful sound. Those are just sounds. So that's, you know, to speak to that point that you asked about, but this is. The Côte d'Azur in fading light, breezes blowing colored kites, through it all one single sight so dear, sings to me and whispers in my ear. Alexandra, a special gift that only she could be, standing peacefully beneath a willow tree. That's the Alexandra I see. Alexandra has an elegant and simple dignity, a face that frames her smile so perfectly. That's the Alexandra I see. Rings of golden filigree, vintage wines from Italy, island sands washed by the sea, while angels sing her name to me. Alexandra, in a movie splashed across the silver screen, you're the only one I dance with in this scene. That's the Alexandra for me. That's the Alexandra. The Alexandra I see.
How many verses did you write that you didn't use?
I'm sure I threw several pages.
Okay.
I really worked hard on that song to
Yeah.
write things that weren't cliche.
Okay.
And it was, so I went through a lot of stuff.